All right, welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is it. Game number 5 here, the Deadeye Bounty League. This is it to take the series and also take home their share of the prize pool currently for every single matchup, every single game. Again, money on the line. But again, also stressing why this is even a little extra important for especially Mint. Fresh comes into this series 0-1 already as they lost a Nullstone game in last week, 3-0. And another loss here. Again, it's not 100% guaranteed, I don't think, but it's a pretty good chance that they may not be moving on if that. So they want a victory for that, if anything. Where BMG, this is their first series of the 3 to come. So going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Anyways, point is, definitely have a Game 5. What is the final game now? Once again, going to be joined by Shorecon here, as we are doing the Newer Decks Caster officially starting today, guys. So, yeah, this is Shorecon here joining me today, and we've had a lot of fun here so far, and looking forward to seeing how things finish up now. But, Shorecon, you've been enjoying the series?
Yeah, definitely. I'm so excited that's a 5-game series. Although I'm not feeling the best myself, it's just great to be able to show you guys, the viewers, what I can do as a caster. And I really hope you're enjoying it and that I'm being slightly entertaining. I mean, Breaky's very entertaining, but what about me? But,
yeah, you're all right. You're all right.
I'm okay.
You're doing fantastic. We're having some fun here, so.
Yeah. Dr. Repulsor has been picked.
Finally.
Yes.
Finally.
Oh my God, Quincy. Anyways, Puppet Master was not the first pick this game. Like every single other game before this. I mean, I thought this is turning into quite a limited game. Like we were talking, I was talking about making sure to have every hero be viable. We haven't really seen that in this series at all, though. Mm-hmm. Behemoth, Flux, Parasite, Swiftblade, and Puppet Master. These have been very common picks.
Yeah, they have been. And I want to say every single game here now of this 5-game total of a Best of the 5 series, we've had the same initial bans, too. Being Kinesis, Warbeast, Tremble, and Midas. I'm pretty sure those have been the same bans every single game. So that's
They definitely have.
For a series to have the same bans for 5 games in a row is pretty unique. But both the teams pretty content on those bans, of course. So the overall picks, yeah, you've kind of pretty much already gone over it. I mean, other than the Dr. Repulsor, we're seeing a lot of the Norman. Let's not act like Dr. Repulsor is a crazy pickup, because he sure isn't. But it is going to be interesting to see how BMG decides to run both the Doctor as well as the Puppet Master here, having both already. You'd figure, because Puppet Master could end up in the hands, I would think, Mighty Marcus maybe in the middle lane. And then you have Doctor played by Balthazar top, or vice versa.
I want to know, Berkey, who do you think is going to take the series?
I don't know, man. It's crazy. I mean, obviously, Mint taking the first game, then BMG comes back to win the next 2, and then Mint taking the 4th one. We knew we were going to have a good series coming into it. We knew the possibility of going the distance was there. If I had to choose, I want to say Mint just because, again, if they lose here, they're very likely not going on to the next stage, but I don't know. It's tough to say. We're out to find out. That's for sure. Cersei coming out once again with that 4th pick.
Making sure to get that core for the late game. Again, the Swiftblade Cersei combo. I said it last game as well that it's nicer to have a ranged carry when you have Cersei, but I mean, you saw that tower push at the end with the Swiftblade and Cersei combo. 4 illusions just hitting the tower, that was ridiculous. It was like the speed that Silhouette pushes the tower at. Only, imagine then Silhouette plus the Cersei. No, I don't want to imagine that. That'd be painful. That'd be ridiculous. Yeah, that's wow.
Yeah, it definitely has a lot of potential. Yeah, that's an odd comment to make as far as that's concerned. But still got the final pick to figure out too. So yeah, we'll see if they stick with just the Swiftblade as a carry potential, or again maybe go another direction. But BMG, they already got both Puppet Master and Doctor, so it's safe to say probably going to be a support here, as well as a potential suicide. There we go, Torturer. Houston
but then again,
that.
It might be carry Torturer again, like in the first game. I doubt it, but yeah.
Yeah.
But what I do want to mention is that Cersei versus Dr. Repulsor is very interesting, because if Dr. Repulsor finds the jump on Cersei, then Cersei's just dead. But at the same time, though, if Dr. Repulsor decides to jump someone else and Cersei's there with a maxed out, what's it called, entrapment, those 3 seconds of immobilize are enough for Cersei to take over Doctor and then also pull him with Doctor's own ability. And it's a really strong counter to Dr. Repulsor if he's able to position himself well. But as I said, if Doctor gets to jump on Cersei, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Crack or more so the team over here of Mint to right-click in a rally with a possible final pick. That'd be interesting to see. Not one we see too often. Ooh, they go Keeper, though, instead. So they got the Parasite in the jungle. Keeper going to be Suicide here, more than likely, of course. Well, I guess against a Doctor, you want to have lockdown against him, but...
But there's better lockdown than Keeper. I mean, and if he goes to Alchemist Bones again, then I'm just done.
Yeah, that's true, huh? So they did do that in that game 3, I think it was. So.
Wait, what? Oh, it's puppet support.
Is it?
What? It has to be.
Yeah. Wow, the final pick, Gemini. He's great against Keeper, I guess. So maybe they're just simply thinking of that.
But what? Oh my God. Breaky.
Wait, puppet. Hold on. Is it what? Boxy's playing it?
Right?
Yeah.
What?
What is happening here? A Suicide Gemini?
Let's get it on.
And it's a puppet master. Like they're going a triple core lineup. How often do you see that? Like
never. It's not usually and triple core. You know, one thing like the idea of triple core, sure, but usually it's like maybe puppet Doctor and then a Pebbles or something like that. But yeah, never like this is just. I don't know, man. This is different. I feel like we've said that several times this series, so you shouldn't be too surprised. But
no, but this is really different. This is not only like a hero different, Bombardier, for example, or the Sandwraith Bombardier that they picked. This is a whole new idea, pretty much. Like the Suicide Hero is really greedy because I mean Gemini doesn't do anything if he gets boxed out. That's clear. But then again, Cersei is not the best at boxing out, so that's where the pick makes sense. But then, is there going to be enough farm? Like, where is Doctor going to farm, or Puppet Master, for example? I'm assuming Puppet Master middle versus the Flux, once again. It's not like we've seen that enough. And then Dr. Repulsor farming top. So, if they transition Puppet and Doctor into ganking carries, so to speak, then Gemini has time to recover. Mm-hmm. And I think that's their like plan of action. But I don't know, man. Like, Keeper, he's going to be good for counter
initiation. A little longer here.
Yeah.
But yeah, if Keeper goes Alchemist Bones again, man, I don't know about that. But
yeah,
this time around.
Then I'm just done. He's going Suicide this time.
Yeah, I don't know what's up. I had a little bit of hiccups on my end, but it seemed like it figured itself out pretty quickly. I honestly don't know what the deal is. I don't know if it's a Twitch side or what. Because I didn't actually lose internet. It seemed like it was a Twitch server that I was going through for some reason. Decided that, but I'm able to go to other streams and whatnot. So yeah, I'm honestly again not too sure. Okay, there it loads for me now. I think it works now. Okay, we should be good.
Oh, it's back!
Yay!
Kapow.
We're all back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone on stream, cheering.
Good.
Luckily, it was a pause, so it doesn't matter that much. We're not that interesting, are we?
No, we're all right.
We're
Okay.
But here we go. They're going aggressive. With what heroes they have, that's still interesting. But then again, you could argue that Keeper is useless, as is Parasite in the early game. And, I mean, Cersei did buy boots early on to get that little speed boost at the start, but I think this is going to go bad for him. How is he going to get the ward off?
He's going to hug the lane, apparently. But if he is spotted going over here, he's in trouble.
The trees from Hizebe scouting out the rest.
Oh, man.
All right.
Yeah, he's going to be fine. Yeah, if he was scouted right there, putting that ward aside, he would have been dead. But they did not realize, so. Well played and getting that ward aside down. But again, yeah, Boxy going to be playing the Suicide Gemini.
Never seen him do it.
Nope.
Have we, Quincy? Probably not. No.
Just to clarify, I can tell you for a fact that
Yeah.
we've never seen a Gemini suicide, let alone in the hands of Boxy here.
Well, Beaver Banger used to play it.
Yeah, no, well, not suicide.
Yeah, he played it Suicide, and then he would transition it to carrying.
Well,
Didn't
they played aggressive dual lanes a lot. Honestly, I
Okay.
honestly don't remember ever being a true suicide. I don't know if Quincy's stats say differently, but that's what I remember
Should-
when I think Beaver Banger. Yeah, they played it aggressive, but not necessarily solo.
All right. I'm probably wrong.
Probably.
You've spent a lot more time on here than I have.
I've been around the block.
Yeah, you
You'd be
could say that.
surprised at how much I forgot, though. It's a lot of it just blends together, man. Just after so much, and say the dumbest thing sometimes, but it happens.
Okay, what's happening? What is Balthazar doing?
What is Baltazar doing? Well, he's playing Dr. Repulsor. He's up here. What is he
No,
doing?
but what is he doing?
Kind of pulling? It's
What's
a
going on here?
2-minion pull? I don't know.
Okay, I've lost all meaning of the word normal. It's just Logger's Hatchet as well on Gemini
Yeah,
instead of a shield.
going aggressive. So that's going to open up Cersei to maybe do a little bit more poke damage, of course.
And that auto attack looks like a poke.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's just
It looks
it's so
so derpy.
inconspicuous. Yeah.
It's like, I will hurt you.
Yeah.
It does nothing.
Fear me.
Look at Gemini. He's even just standing there. Again, now he does have a buckler. Okay. I was going to say, I mean, she's really hitting for nothing, man, but he does have a buckler now, so he is mitigating a little bit here. But, yeah, I don't know. That was a little odd seeing Doctor kind of half pull the creep wave, and allowing Keeper to just kind of freely farm in the lane. But he's back in the lane now, so not looking too much into it, I guess. That's what happened there. But Flux versus Puppet Master is how the middle lane is going to shape up. Apparently, bottom lane, Gemini taking some spin damage right there. But again, he's not even really too worried. He knows he has his regen, and he has the Twin Fangs if he feels the necessity to use it, but doesn't need to just yet, apparently. He doesn't
I
have a
wonder
health
if
potion.
I wonder if Hatchet is going to become a a common pickup now. Because I mean, it does allow you to maybe get a couple creep kills. And I'm sure Boxy enjoys getting creep kills and making sure to get a bit of farm. What's in that? Oh, more regen.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, he definitely needed that because he only had the one tree left on him, so he goes back and picks out more of that regen. Definitely necessary. But early on in this game, not really getting a whole lot of movement here. Torture Behemoth more so. They've actually been spending a lot of time here in their own jungle. I'm not exactly sure they've just been stacking. Yeah, looks like it. Maybe farming a little bit here, but got several stacks going on.
This is going back to the typical BMG defensive tri-lane into let's move Doctor into the woods and get his farm up that way. That's also why Doctor hasn't leveled his W yet. I'm assuming that he's just going to level his... Well, maybe, because then at level 6 he can gank. But I don't know. It's kind of strange. He hasn't leveled any more than just his first 2 levels.
Boxy? Oh, yeah, you're right, yeah.
No, I'm talking about Balthazar.
Oh, Baltazar. That's true.
Yeah, he got the
magnetic
contraption.
Yeah. Waiting to simply find the opportunity to see what he needs, I guess, and
yeah, makes sense.
he has a chance for a kill, level up that W pretty quickly, but if not, Torture is just going to pop the Impalement, get only level 1, but you just see how much damage it can do.
But I think you can see where the Keeper is with the Impalement.
The damage it does, yeah, that's true.
Because you notice the sound. I'm not sure if you notice the sound. We do, of course, with God Vision, but you can see it popping up in one place constantly. So I think it might be it might be used, but of course, it's a level 1 Impalement versus a Keeper with 4 extra armor.
Yeah.
When he already has a Ring of the Teacher, so then that's 9 armor.
Yeah, don't expect to get a kill on him necessarily is the point. But
Yeah.
Torture going to protect the double damage rune and actually ends up picking it up in the end. And now with a double damage rune, they could definitely try for something. Doctor's level 5. If he gets level 6 here, do they have any kind of dust by chance? No, they don't have anything like that yet. Without Dust, I wouldn't feel confident in getting a kill if I was BMG, so not going to do too much. Bottom lane, spin from Swiftblade beyond the tower. He's going to just farming
Playing
up passive.
really aggressive.
Yeah, you see Gemini may look to make him pay for that, but not too much in the end.
But you were talking about this last game, how a Cersei isn't the best at boxing out. And when you have a hero like Gemini who is very comfortable just sitting in lane and then using his escape when, only necessary, trying to bait out a spin, for example. Cersei can't do much. She doesn't have the same amount of... It's not as easy to lock someone down as it is with Rhapsody, where you can just spam your staccatos. Or, let's say, with a Torture who, uses Impalement. Okay, so Doctor has moved into the woods, and now Behemoth is going to take over the lane. I have to say, it's pretty lucky that he only got one Wild Hunter there in that medium camp.
Yeah.
As Dr. Repulsor, you really can't take out Wild Hunters. It's just a waste of time. He shouldn't even try, and as seen, he's not even going to.
Well,
he is going middle, though.
Was used because they're trying to kill Puppet Master. So hold on, he goes down, but it comes at a cost there. They turn on the Parasite, and they may try to get more. Not going to happen, though. Flux a little too tanky as usual, and despite the port in from Gemini, even only get the one counter kill, but at least they get something out of it. But yeah, Puppet Master gets killed first, so bloodlust kill in favor of Flux, actually.
And Mighty Marcus was actually getting to be around 300 GPM, so it's really unfortunate that he dies at that point, because I think, he has Steam Boots now and TP, but you would really prefer to also have him get some vestments already, because he is playing that mid lane hero right now. You want him to be able to survive those roams from, Parasite that are eventually going to come.
Mm-hmm. Saw right there. Puppet Master ports in. Gemini acts like he may be going in, but falls back. Is going to regen now and perhaps go back to the bottom lane.
And Boxy, 270 GPM this early. That's insane. Yeah. That, wow.
Yeah, 27 and 3 creep farm. You got Swiftblade's 45 and 11 to be fair, so we're doing much better still. But yeah, he's Boxy has most certainly managed actually a pretty solid suicide Gemini game here to start it off at least.
What I don't understand is that Keeper is not in top lane right now. Keeper is just farming the woods, when ideally he should just be at top lane versus the Behemoth trying to get some last hits, because what he's doing now is he's depriving not only his carry from farm, because, they could be stacked, those camps, but also Serenia, who is only level 4 on Cersei, who we have mentioned is not that great early game. So you really want to get some farm on him as well. So he wants to stack the pole camp and get levels and farm from that. And without that available to him, he's just going to suffer. And it's kind of a selfish play from Keeper. It's to secure his own farm. But, he has a Parasite in the woods as well. They're starving Probusk right now. He does have his lane, but that's not going to be enough to match up to this Dr. Repulsor, who's already level 8 with 400 GPM.
Gemini just putting up some Ancients in the meantime.
That was kind of a long rant by me. So
no, it's a good point. Obviously, the fact that he has a Parasite team at jungler and he's going through and just farming where he can and in their own jungle, it's definitely going to hurt Parasite too. So it really is that give and take of, is it worth actually taking farm away from Parasite, knowing that sure you're getting some yourself, but Parasite's not going to have as big of an impact. Now they both are level 6, so trying to make a play. But again, Gemini's not at the bottom lane. He's farming Ancient, so it's not like he's freely to be killed. Middle lane, currently there's no one there, in fact. Puppet Master's in his own jungle, so it's like no one's on the map right now for the Legion team to maybe try to kill here. And instead they'll, Swiftblade at least will push out this bottom lane, and now Keeper's going to join them, it looks like. So here comes a bottom tower push at least, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be a free tower kill. I don't see BMG putting up a defense here. Only no point two. You got Dr. Repulsor nearing that 400 gold per minute mark now. In his own jungle once again. Oh, middle lane, they catch the Wild Hunter Parasite actually, but they can't do enough for the kill. He's able to use the invis in time, so.
Good, good way to distract them a little from Ice and Gogo. But I gotta say, he's farming really poorly. 216 GPM. Actually, talking about Parasite mid lane right now.
Yeah, he's going for the turn on to Dr. Pulsar here. Help that GPM a little bit. Cersei, can he get the entrapment? He can. Beautiful entrapment. And it sets up an easy spin for Swiftblade to finish off Dr. Pulsar. Here comes Behemoth, though. He does have a shockwave. He's trying to look for the opportunity, but he knows he can't commit too much right here. Gets the fissure stun off as Torture ends up falling. Dust comes out, but by the time he looks to really go in, they're just too far away. And a 2-for-0 exchange there in the middle lane. So not only was that distraction pretty good from Parasite, but it ultimately helped set up a couple of kills in the end. Nice lane Go-Go. Again, his GPM, it's still not the prettiest, but it goes up a little bit right there. With a couple of assists at least.
I would have liked to see a buyback from Baltazar there, actually. As weird as that sounds, he's able to do so much with a buyback on Dr. Repulsor. And talking about Parasite, boom, dead. Yep. He got caught by Puppet Master and Dr. ported in to be able to assist. Boxy ultimately KSing, kill secured.
Yeah, no, Doctor's definitely one of those heroes that can very much so use a buyback early efficiently. Because, again, his skill set, really. It's the fact that his ultimate no cooldown, of course, and buys back, he's full mana, good to go. So that's why Token's really good on him, of course.
What's Flux doing here?
He's trying to find a kill.
I'm just watching this. I'm so worried.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he's going to initiate on Behemoth, and then the entire Hellborn team is just going to end up showing up.
Well,
you have Puppet close by.
They don't have TPs, though. So actually, they're not really that close, but it's not going to happen. Behemoth is already falling back.
Well, It's because of that ward that you see behind the tower from Fusen. They probably saw the port.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Because, usually people place their lane wards on the lane, but if you put it behind there, you can still, spot out the port without, they won't be able to see that that was really badly worded, but, Veiled Rot doesn't work if you know that they Veiled Rotted or used Invis.
Of course, yeah, no, it's, or for Keeper of the Forest, he's maybe trying to set up a Nature's Veil on somebody to run forward and go for a gank and spot that. So, yeah, good information there, definitely, and making use of it. So, 450 gold per minute for Probusto. Once again, doing a fantastic job on that Swiftblade when it comes to farm. Of course, he pretty much carried for the team, obviously, last game as well, and for Mint on the same hero. Going to need a similar performance this time around. Flux using the discharge to scout things out. Look at the build on Doctor, by the way. He is going the Nullstone, actually.
To not Flux ulti?
Yeah.
But I'd say Flux ulti is a good way to counter the Nullstone with Doctor. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I am kind of disappointed in Baltazar's farm. You'd expect it to be more around 450, like the Swiftblade. Even with that death, I mean, his entire team spent all that time, stacking the woods for him.
Yeah. Baltazar, throughout Haunter Season 3 especially, he was one of the top GPM farmers in the scene. I want to say even top 3 or something like that. Today, he has not been that great, as far as GPM goes, at least, in all the games.
I am not 100% sure about it, but, I mean, I think it's kind of because they added Mighty Marcus to the roster. Krake was really, He was happy to not take much farm from the team, but as you can see, Mighty Marcus has been playing the semi-carry role, and in that role, you just need to take a lot more than like a Flux who just sits middle and farms the entire time, like we've seen him do on Mint.
Middle lane, big fight brewing right here. You see Swiftblade in a iffy spot. He's in the jungle in a flank spot, making a good spot. Swift slashes open on a Doctor, and before he could even blink an eye, Baltazar's already dead. They even had a portal key on Behemoth that he just got. That was really setting up for BMG to have a good time, but unfortunately does not know. He does have a buyback. So this is what you talked about earlier. We'll see if they take advantage of that or not.
Behemoth needs to get a huge ultimate off, otherwise it's never going to work.
They're not really. They know something. I mean, there's the pull in from Flux. Big counter shockwave though. Buyback on a Dr. Pulsar. He's porting in right now. No deaths just yet on the Legion side. Puppet Master goes down as well as Gemini, but Dr. Pulsar, where is he? He does finally join the party. Now he's looking to chase down Swiftblade. Pulls him back in. Torture assisting, and they will at least kill Swiftblade. Possibly more. Yes, they do get more. Behemoth goes down. Double tap for Baltazar. He wants to try to get a third on Keeper the Forest. It's going to be too far away, though, but Dust comes out, but he does not want to dive that much. And now, actually, he might be in some trouble himself. Parasite and Flux coming together. Lex Talionis applied. And Baltazar is going to end up dropping again. A double tap for Krake. Actually coming up. And, yeah, I know exactly what you're referring to.
No! I don't want this.
Keeper,
oh
what
my
is
God.
going on?
Why does he do this?
I mean,
Okay.
the previous game he did it. It did kind of work. He got a really quick Resto Stone. I don't know. It's so funky.
It really is. Again, they're not against Parasite. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. But, man, this is all just down to draft. Hellborn's draft is so greedy. And, you know, Serenia saved that fight. He managed to take over Behemoth with the Twisted Visage.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, that's why Behemoth went down to a Dr. Repulsor.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
notice
that he managed to get the brunt of the ultimate. That's why.
Oh. Hello? Was that me that, Hold on. No, I don't think it's me. I think that... Okay, yeah, no, that was him. Okay. Just making sure. Yeah, I did have the hiccup earlier, but yeah, no, the stream looks fine and everything, so maybe Shortcon just, yeah, it looks like he... Problem with the call here on Skype. So hopefully, gonna be... Here, let me actually recall. Maybe that'll fix some stuff. Let me get rid of this guy real quickly. Apologize, guys. Just trying to fix this issue. There's one. Let's see if Shortcon actually answers. That'll be good to continue. But we do see here, push at the top end in the meantime. Gemini, he's going to be caught though. Entrapment comes out. Spin from Swiftblade. Gemini, so much damage, man, but he's able to twin fakes away. Nice deny on the tower as well from Probusk right there. And will help actually prevent the tower kill, of course, but at least Gemini does escape in the end. And we'll look to farm elsewhere. Gemini, again, 300 plus gold per minute. This is a suicide Gemini that we have this game. Behemoth, he was jumped by Parasite in the middle lane, but he actually survives it. And it's going to fall back before
There we go.
it happens. Back? All right.
I have no idea what happened. I was still in game, not DCing, so, but yeah, I'm back.
Weird. Well, welcome back.
Yep.
Welcome back. But yeah, it wasn't really going over too much. I mean, at that point, denied the top lane, and Behemoth survives. But so we're talking about the Alchemist phones, though.
Yeah.
Again on Keeper.
Oh, God. I mean, yeah, as you said, it did work that other time. And I guess what it does is he can manage to get, like, more than normal farm. Like, if the game goes on long enough, which BMG wanted to go, he's going to not take up that much space, but still get the same amount of farm as someone who's, you know, farming more camps. Mm-hmm. It's all about, like, he's very efficient right now in terms of he's going to get, like, 300 gold from a Vagabond leader if given the chance. And it's a big deal. It's he's not taking as much farm from the team this way, while still getting good farm.
Okay.
But that's only... Oh, God.
A find right here. Gemini going to jump. Parasite, actually. The Fissure Stun comes out, but Behemoth is the one that ends up falling. Keeper the Force happened to be nearby. Now Flux joins the party with that Haste Rune. Puts the slow onto Gemini. Wild Hunter Parasite going to open with the auto attack. No, Twin Fangs just before. He has a leech, though. Gemini still definitely in a dangerous spot and is ultimately in a dead spot right there. He ends up falling, and they go right into the Conqueror Pit. A beautiful transition here for Fresh. I don't think we're going to see any buybacks or anything like that. Yeah, none on Boxy anyway, so this is going to be a pretty quick Conqueror kill, too. Double damage rune?
Yeah, he had a haste out of DD on Flux.
Oh, wow, that's why. Okay, yeah, he has one here. Jeez.
Look at that insane damage. He has 300 damage because, you know, DD is based off of base damage rather than attack damage. Mm-hmm. So he's yeah. Oh my God, he with a DD he had 300 base damage.
Yeah, it's no wonder Gemini ended up falling there pretty quickly, and again, Congo especially. So, deny attempt is unsuccessful. Token now on Swiftblade. 462 gold per minute on him, but yeah, this game, unlike last game, he has a lot of supporting cast around him. Flux 370, Keeper 353, and Parasite even 332. Hell, even Cersei at 200 plus GPM. So across the board, She's
And
pretty
then
damn good.
look at the hero damage. Like, you see that the top 4 hero damage is
Yeah.
from Cersei, from Swiftblade to Cersei. Like, it's a nice little like curve thing. And then you have Doctor Repulsor at 10% when you would really expect that to be higher. Same thing for the Puppet Master, who was mid versus a Flux. Like, he need to be harassing a lot more. He did pick up the Shroud, which is the better pickup this game for sure, just to make sure that he doesn't, yeah, you know, spend more time farming than necessary. And here,
That was a
Zibbert.
great find right there. The Shockwave obviously doing plenty of damage, as Keeper just happened to spawn his trees and was attempting to kind of do a pull right there in the jungle, and unfortunately got caught out. So that was a failed rock gank too, so making good use of it. But meanwhile, in the top lane, easy push onto the tower. Now Swiftblade upwards of 500 GPM, as he is, gets well, partial credit for at least taking out the top tower right there for the team.
Yep. But in the meantime, bottom.
Well, we'll get the tower down there.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal for the Legion side. Like, they ultimately are just going to keep moving. Do they have Parasite with them in a... Okay, he's coming over in a heavy ballista. It's so difficult to find that hero.
I know, it's ridiculous, man. It's a tough time, but he is going to join the party, and they get a secondary tower. Yeah, so again, the split pushing still happening, but this is not a race you're going to win if you're BMG, and they're kind of realizing that now they have to get back. Of course, Behemoth helps. The block right there with the fissure stun, so prevents Mint from going too aggressive on the uphill, but now they're going to break through.
They also know that no Shockwave is up.
Yeah, he used it on the Keeper kill.
Yep. And now Keeper is going to be moving over.
Ooh. Pause
Well,
on that.
Keeper's already there. Yeah. This is an interesting pause. Like, it's like it's such a tense moment for both teams.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh.
Lost some sound. That's never a good thing. So wants to make sure that's fixed. But yeah, Puppet Master is porting back currently, but Doctor's not just yet. So they are pushing here.
But I mean, they had their draft is just so greedy.
Yeah.
This really just comes down to draft. Let's see how they're gonna win this. Whether they're gonna win this fight, though.
Yeah, back to the live game here. I thought we had more of a pause there, but we did not. So here's the TP as well from Dr. Repulsor. Swiftblade in the meantime, spin on top. Rune comes out, and it basically every single hero jumping gets pulled in. Down goes Torture, down goes Doctor. Behemoth is a soul survivor. He does not have a shotgun, as mentioned, but massive buybacks coming out. Behemoth fissure stun joins the party. Dr. Repulsor flies in, and Parasite is going to be picked off. Cersei also falling in the background, but Swiftblade, he's still standing his ground. Flux does go down, however. Can Swiftblade be the god that they need right now? The spin on top of Doctor. Doctor's out of mana. He goes down, though, just before. What a kill right there just before. The fissure stun as well. Voodoo pumping out. He wants to kill on Doctor, but he's not going to get it, and down goes Swiftblade. What a fight. Now, again, massive buybacks. Now, Baltazar's out of buybacks. Mighty Marcus of Oxy down to 1. But it was very worth it right there to ultimately make the hold. And that they do, at least.
They make the hold, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. I mean, with Cersei, right?
Yeah.
They can just send up the illusions from Swiftblade and, constantly harass the melee racks. And now that the tower is down, there's not much stopping it. I don't know. They really needed something different than a null stun, in my opinion, on the Dr. Repulsor.
Mm-hmm.
Like Zibbert did an amazing ulti right there. It's probably all because of Krake with that great discharge at that point, or just great communication between the two, because that was flawless,
Yeah.
that original initiation. And they didn't even use Shockwave on Behemoth because, they wasted it on a Keeper before.
Look at this, too. Puppet Master, he's being chased down the Puzzle Box Minion Parasite. Oh, we thought he kept going down. He actually finds that was just an illusion, though. And Puppet Master actually jukes him out in the end. So well played right there. Also, good job using the distraction of the illusion to kind of throw him off and ultimately survive. So good getaway.
Oh, the catch on the Flux.
Where is he down here in the jungle? That he is. He is tanky, but as I always go back to, fissure stun, it's going to happen, but he's still barely alive. Is it Sanitarius? Yes, he gets it off at the last second as Doctor was coming in to finish him off, and down goes Doctor. What an Insanitarius use by Krake right there. Literally at the last second. that he could have to turn that around. So BMG aren't out, but they're definitely down. Yeah, you see the buybacks and how that can really cost you and your team. So it is not looking pretty once again for Bad Monkey Gaming. Fresh trying to finish the series here. Well, obviously this is the last game no matter what. But they're trying to finish the series on top as they're in the lead currently. So gonna make another push happen? Maybe not. Yeah, secondary tower bottom we'll probably see them go to. But yeah, having a shockwave for the next big fight is going to be key, I think.
I agree, and Probusk is just following like this formula for his item build, I think. He's like, okay, I go Energizer first, then I get an Abyssal, then I get Frostburn, and then I'm going to go for a Shroud.
Yeah, it's the same thing, rinse and repeat. He's played this hero a couple times now in the series, and obviously the previous game did very well with it. And pretty much going the exact same as you pointed out, so if it ain't broken,
Same thing, yeah. Same thing in the first game, though. He recovered really, really well
That's true,
on the
yeah.
Swiftblade.
He was playing the Swiftblade that game too, yeah. That they had the Puppet Master carry on top of that. But oh, they're going for Congra. No Congra there just yet, so not much they can do about that. But not a whole lot of gold being saved up really on either side right now. Cersei actually has 1,800 gold, though, with that said. Serenia already has a Ring of Sorcery and Steam Boots, too, so we'll see what she's able to manage to pick up. But obviously been a
250
solid game for
GPM.
her. Yeah.
That's impressive.
Abby. Puppet Master, he's went the Shroud first, and gonna go for the Shrunken Head next, though, and I think Gemini, oh no, actually, Gemini's going for the Icebrand, it looks like.
He wants to just tank up, but really they just... I don't know what they can do. This is one of those games where I feel like everything is just working out for the Legion team. Wherever they go, the Hellborn just has to dodge them, and to be in such a disadvantageous position is really... It's really difficult to deal with.
They can't stop it, though, yeah.
Yeah. And that's the one issue with Cersei. You have no port cancel
No
or
true
reliable.
stud.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the entrapment, but yeah, nothing else. So middle lane. Oh, keeper. He's got the invis. They're gonna find me. They know he's here. It seems like they're gonna run right into him. Yeah, this should be a quick open and a kill. Yeah, Swift Slashes just cut right through him, and
No Behemoth now. Same story as before. No Shockwave. Time to push.
yeah, not 100% sure. I'm certain on their part if he has a buyback or not, but yeah, they're gonna still try to go for the push here and keep an eye on that, I'm sure. But as we know, he does not have a buyback, so they should be in a good spot to push in right here. And
They're just trying to split push. I mean, dropping one Rax isn't that bad, but the moment the second Rax drop, it's gonna look really, really grim. And I mean, I'm sure Quincy has some stats about when Raxes drop, what percentage of win you still potentially have, but they have the late game. You can't argue that they don't have the late game. Okay,
Maybe
Quincy.
that's not. Thought you're the stats man. What the hell?
Yeah.
Lame. Yeah, no, they get the top racks, and you're right, though. You know, one set of racks obviously isn't the end of the world here, but it does change the gameplay a little bit, of course, and what it does for Mint as far as helping them quite a bit. Flux, that's an illusion, never mind. That's what they're just setting up. But it's with Cersei, she is such a difficult hero to cast most of the time, man. Between the illusions and her ultimate, it's just...
It's silhouette on crack.
Yeah, it's much worse. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Shrunken Head is just about finished on Puppet Master, at least.
That's the real Cersei, I think. I really think.
That
I hope
is.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just going to juke away, though. Swiftblade's looking for blood. Not going to find it here necessarily. Instead, we'll just go back to farming. Behemoth, Portal Key, and a Tablet of Command, so he's got a nice core going there. I think I saw a Shrunken Head just purchased, or was that... Who is that for? That's for... oh, that's for Puppet, okay. Doctor is still finishing up his. It's close, though. Just into the pattern here.
So maybe this Alchemist Bones on Keeper is a thing, Breaky. I'm still not sure.
Yeah, it's you actually made a really good point there that he's able to get some good farm without taking it away from others in a
Exactly.
sense. And that actually it's not a way I've really thought about it. So honestly, in that concept, I think it is good and I think this game too is also even that much better because they have a carry that's just getting insane farm too. Like the previous game that he did it, he was a top farmer and everyone else was kind of struggling and he was just like going crazy with GPM, but it's keeping the force as your top farmer. Really is not doing a whole lot for you. But this game, much different story with the Swiftblade teammate. So
Yeah.
I think it's actually solid here.
I mean, it also allows him to recover, and ultimately, I think it does make him get that Resto Stone a bit faster than if he just were to go PK Rest.
Yeah.
Used that Alchemist Bones like countless times already, and making sure to just keep that GPM up. And, I mean, Resto Stone Keeper is what you do it for, right?
Yeah.
The double ultimate.
Well, we see the Shrunken Heads coming out. Obviously, that's why they get it. If there's a little bit more, sure, but that's the big one is they want to get out of the route, but now they have a second one that they can't deal with right now. So, until maybe Geometer's Bane and Nullifier Blade or whatever else tool, of course. Look at Torture against a... that was the Shockwave jump right there! Flux out of Half-Life already, right off the bat. He's still barely alive. Discharge in, and Behemoth will end up falling, but Puppet Master and Dr. Repulsor, they got plenty of damage left. They are still good to go for the most part, but Flux is surviving the Insanitary switch in the background. Puppet Master falls, and a hat trick for Krake on the Flux after eventually going down. Dr. Repulsor gets caught by the second route, and he too will go down. Gemini going to be the same story. A genocide for what was a pretty start for BMG. Ends up not being the prettiest in the end. What happened to the token? Do we know? Oh, Conger's not dead. Never mind. He didn't even end up dying, and now they're just going to go right to the middle as far as pushing it. But
I thought that Shockwave. That's the turn. That is the turn. But that buyback on Probusk that like Gemini wasn't able to man up, and that ultimately saved him. But that's just the advantage. Oh, Swiftblade just going in and getting Torture.
Easy kill onto him. Gemini, he takes some good burst right there from Parasite. And Swiftblade's going to come in and help clean it up. Probusk with a double tap. He's going for the racks now. And you mentioned 1 racks is okay. 2 racks, much different story. And we're going to see that right here. So Fresh is on the verge of winning the series, pending Bad Monkey Gaming having some crazy comeback here in the works. But you see right here, they're not even going to attempt maybe Puppet Master. No, not going to go all out. And that is an illusion, of course, on that Swiftblade right there. And the rest are going to slowly start resurrecting, but so much damage already done here. And you kind of wonder for a minute if it's worth still pushing it, honestly. Be a little bit careful with this.
I mean, Shockwave is still down for another 15 seconds. They have... Oh, but they're going to jump anyways.
That's what I was saying, Doctor. He still has that jump potential. Swiftblade feeling it, but he's not feeling it enough, apparently, and he stays alive, actually, in the end. They get the kill on a Behemoth. Swiftblade does go down in the long run, but really not going to matter too much. The melee racks, it's going to end up falling. We're going to see maybe mega creeps here, maybe not, if vulnerability comes out. And that'll stall the possible mega creeps, at least from happening, but Parasite is also going to get picked off. But yeah, I don't think they're really too concerned about losing some heroes. Is that a mock of brilliance on Cersei? It sure is.
Oh my god.
The ultimate troll is here.
The ultimate troll is here, and the worst part is all of his illusions have it as well, so he's going to farm the entire woods with himself. We were talking about how he can farm, camps with Legionnaire. Now he can farm camps with himself. Like, way more efficient.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, BMG going for the risky play, though. They're going for a Kong.
Yeah, kind of have to, right? I mean, don't got much other play here. They're going to catch Keeper, actually. Keeper has a root, but he can't get it off. But Swiftblade, he's got Swift Slashes, and a lot of the bounces on a Doctor. Nice job soaking, though, from Gemini as he comes over. And actually, Swiftblade's in trouble. If he falls right here, there could still be something. There's a pull from Flux, though, coming in with a post haste. That was big. Counter Shockwave, though, and Swiftblade will end up going down in the end. Gemini does stay alive. Flux, he's going against Behemoth, and I don't think that's a battle Behemoth is going to win unless Gemini assists, and he does, and they get the kill. But now they're both really low. Doctor flies back in. Cersei with the mock of brilliance. He gets a freaking hat trick right here, and he could pick up a quad kill, actually. The entrap misses, but it might not matter. Oh, he doesn't get it. Smackdown kill. And not many times do you see a hat trick, let alone a quad kill and a support, but
He didn't even use his ultimate. That was
No.
him just with the mock. Like,
Yeah,
okay, efficiency.
pretty
Oh my
much.
god. Whoa.
Uh,
That's not something you see every day.
no, but so again, Bad Monkey Gaming fighting at least. they're hanging in there by a thread.
I
But
mean, you could say that.
yeah,
They're like battling for their lives. I mean, Boxy going in with the risky play. They're just trying their ultimate best to, you know, get something out of everything that they're doing. They're trying so hard. They want to win this so bad.
you know, I got the replay up right here, and it's gonna be finishing up right here. But the biggest thing that looking back at that replay is the fact that Flux living in the beginning right there, he got to about 10% life. The Insanitarius though came out. He just barely lived, and they spent so much time chasing him, trying to actually finish him off. That by the time they did, again, the damage was done. He actually got a hat trick himself, did Flux, in the long run, and that was that. So you're right. I mean, that was the chance for a turning point, if any, for BMG, but it came up short, obviously. And now we have a case of a miracle comeback would be the only way to come back here. If you're
And
Bad Monkey Gaming.
it's a ranged Drax. One ranged Drax, just sitting there.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can delegate one lane per carry and then try their best to win like that. Look at all these wards, by the way. Three
There's a
wards
lot
in
around
the same
Conqueror.
place.
Yeah. Both teams making sure. And here comes a little bit of Conqueror now from the Legion side. That's an illusion. Of course, Keeper jumps in with a root and catches Gemini, but oh yeah, I didn't even realize pumping back there. That's why they really did it. Yeah, the Rev 4 Gemini goes back to full form, and he's going to try to Twin Finks away, but another root is up, and he's going to jump in and use it. And Gemini's not getting out of that one. Dr. Pulsar flies in, but again, just too much firepower at this point. Down goes Puppet Master. Dr. Pulsar barely survives, but of you can see, GG well played. Game 5, excuse me, and the series goes to Fresh when it's all said and done. So congratulations to them again. That's got to feel pretty good. A sigh of relief, if anything, because like I said, that puts them now at 1-1 here in the Deadeye Bounty League with one more series to play. Whereas BMG, they start 0-1, but they do have 2 more series still to play themselves. But definitely a great series as we expected, and in the long run, Fresh does take it 3-2. So, Shortcut, final thoughts on that game there?
The greed was real. The greed was super real. Like Boxy, he did a really good job early on in the laning phase to make sure that he, bothered Probusk a bit. But having the entire woods available and a lane for Swiftblade to farm just let him have 500 GPM. And I don't think Balthazar really played his best that game. Like, he ended up with 350 GPM out of the free farm lane. He was against a suicide keeper with a support torture on his side. Like, you'd really want more farm from Balthazar that game. They stacked everything for him. Like, I think that if Balthazar had had a better game, they would have had such a big chance to win this because
Yeah.
Dr. Repulsor can initiate, he can do pretty much everything. So, yeah.
Again, the series, it just really felt like Balthazar just did not get the farm we're so used to seeing from him. But you're right. I mean, a lot of it has to, it's a mix of, coming back here from Thailand. It's only so long we can say that, though. They've been back from Thailand now for a little bit here. They've even played in a tournament already, so we don't want to keep using that excuse. But, of course, the roster changes is a legitimate one that they're still trying to feel things out with the new player, I'm sure. But they put up a hell of a fight for a team that obviously is coming off the DreamHack qualifier win and been looking very good as of late, and but in the end, Mint does come out on top, 3-2, and once again, just more evidence that right now the competitive scene is you just don't know what's going to happen, who's going to win. It really is up in the air. It feels like there's so many of these series, so that helps.
And I would definitely like to say that the Keeper Alchemist Bones, like, it's a legit thing, but only for the reason that I said.
Yeah.
Not for I'm gonna selfishly take everybody's farm, because you're selfishly taking nobody's farm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, Zembe's not afraid to definitely do his own things. And he's, like I said, he was one of the first guys to really start doing that against Parasites. And initially, too, I especially, honestly, was just very hesitant. I talked to a couple of the pro players. They kind of had similar reactions that I had. That's like, is it really worth it? But it's become a little bit more of a norm now. And, heroes like Cthulhu Fun, obviously, have become high value because of that, too. So, He's trying something new here, clearly, and it worked. They're 2-0 with it, so or no, they're 1-1, I guess. But
Yeah,
anyways,
1-1.
it worked out here at least in this game, and even the previous game, it wasn't too shabby in the long run for them. But that is going to do it, though. I mean, that is going to start wrapping things up here as far as our coverage goes. Obviously, we go the distance here, and again, I can't say I'm too surprised. And it turned out to be a pretty good one in the end. But again, Fresh does take it 3-2, so they're 1-1 now in the Deadeye Bounty League. Bad Monkey Gaming is 0-1. Before we start officially wrapping up here and heading out, of course, wanted to once again say thank you to Shorecon here. It's I had some fun here today with you at co-casting, and obviously this is your trial or whatever we want to call it, your way to show the community what you can do when it comes to casting, and hopefully they enjoyed it, which I'm sure they did, and possibly get their vote here. That's going to be coming up in the near future. I want to give you the chance to anything you want to say, any final words you got?
Well, I really hope that you guys just enjoyed watching, because that's what I do it for. I like Honcast. Everything wouldn't really competitive. It wouldn't be there without the viewers. The viewers are the most important thing to Honcast, and I really feel that if I can entertain you guys for longer than just this one time, then you won't regret it. Yeah, and so that's pretty much all I have to say.
All right, it's again a lot of fun. Definitely thought you did well myself, and look forward to seeing how that turns out in the end. So, again, as far as the match goes, like I said, Mint takes it 3-2. That whole thing, though, again, newer Sexcaster guys. So basically every single day here throughout these next 2 weeks, I'm gonna be joined by a new different co-caster. Again, there's a top 8, and actually speaking of that real quickly, it actually launched while we were casting here. Again, all this has kind of happened pretty quickly because of the time constraints and whatnot. So, but this was put together, so this is official on the HauntTour.com website. You can check it out. The top 8 is officially announced, and you can kind of check it out for yourself as far as kind of getting an idea of the candidates here as far as the co-casting position goes. And again, you see the great pictures that we got as well, including Shorecon.
I look very great in that picture. Just remember that.
That's what we got. That's what we got. So definitely check that out, guys, and know that in a couple of weeks here, once everyone gets their chance to co-cast, then we'll leave it up to you guys to get your guys' votes in terms of who you guys think could be a co-caster, and could move on to the next stage. I'll break it down to 4, and then eventually choose from there after a couple more weeks. So, but yeah, once again, going to be wrapping up. So thank you one more time, Shorecan, for joining me. It was